Museum to find out more about Spitfires. I have come here to see Steve and see the world famous Spitfire and how it's improved from the biplane.
Hello Sam,
Hello.
Pleased to meet you. Welcome to Solent Air Museum. Right, the Spitfire. Now, as you saw Sam earlier from the original Avro 504, believe it or not, aircraft design didn't really change a lot for the next 20 years because most aircraft, particularly fighter aircraft, were biplanes. And biplanes, as I'm sure you know, had the extra lift with the two wings. All major countries in the world by the mid-1930s realised they needed aircraft that were faster. And in Britain, one of the prime examples we had is this aircraft here, the Supermarine Spitfire. It was developed via the Supermarine Racing seaplanes, and as you can see, it's a completely different looking aircraft. The Supermarine Company in Woolston, their designer, R.J. Mitchell, very famous aircraft designer, decided to go away from anything like wood and go for a metal framed, what's called a monocoque design. A monocoque means you have stressed plates inside the fuselage, in this case fairly circular, with an aluminium skin over the aircraft. Now the design called for an aircraft with 8 machine guns in the wings. Now you couldn't have that on a biplane because the wings weren't thick enough. So that's why they were all going towards monoplane being one wing, like this aircraft. Started off with 8 machine guns, changed because you needed cannons, because most of the other aircraft were armour plated. And the cannon had the ability to punch through the armour plating that the other aircraft had. So originally, Spitfire, like the Hurricane, had 8 machine guns. It was powerful enough to travel, as was required, at about 350 miles an hour at altitude. And the most famous element of the Spitfire probably is the Battle of Britain in 1940, when Spitfires and also Hurricanes frankly saved this country from the German invasion. Spitfires went into service in 1938 and they were so successful they were upgraded all the way through their service. They were stopped construction in 1948, so that's 10 years of aircraft production for an aircraft that started at 350 miles an hour and ended up just about 500 miles an hour. A marvellous design, still one of the iconic aircraft in the world.
My thanks to Steve for all the information he has given me. Back to the studio.